Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about what makes a good base set. So, there are many ways to enjoy Pokemon card collecting. You can go for complete collections of sets, you can enjoy a single card, you can buy the most expensive of cards or whatever. I mean, there's so many different ways to collect Pokemon cards, and there's really no right way to do it. But something that I don't think is really talked about too much is the comparison between base sets. So I pulled up three. I guess I could pull up a different one as well. Hold on, really, one second. Might as well if we're just doing this anyways. So this is going to be just a comparison of the four different base sets, and these are four different eras. So we're going to look through all of them and see which one is the best. And we'll be looking for what qualities makes a good set. So let's see here. First we have XY base set. One main part about this set is that it features Megas, it features Venusaur and Blastoise, so you get regular Blastoise, Mega Blastoise. You get all the regular starters as holo cards, and then you have, yes, there's Blastoise and Mega Blastoise, so pretty cool. You have Pikachu in the base set, go figure, right? Pikachu's got to be in any base set. Zoroark, Yveltal EX, and then you have like a Skarmory EX, Aegislash, featuring mostly, I hope it's like mostly, yeah, it's like mostly new Pokemon. That's what I kind of expect and kind of want for a base set. So a base set should feature mainly new Pokemon introduced in that generation. Um, I don't, these won't show up. These never work. So the set has a couple of different EX Pokemon, but also features some different full art EX Pokemon. So you got Venusaur, Blastoise, Yveltal, Xerneas, Emolga, and Skarmory. So you have six full arts, right? Yeah, six. So two are nostalgic throwbacks, Venusaur and Blastoise, and then two are the legendaries, so Yveltal and Xerneas, and then two are just like random Pokemon. Honestly, I have nothing against Skarmory and Emolga, and they're perfectly fine in any set. I don't really like Emolga though, and I mean, X and Y base set, it's perfect for X and Y base set to pander to Gen 1 because I think they do that in the game. They give you one of the Gen 1 starters at some point in the game, so it makes sense on that front. No Mega full arts for Mega Venusaur and Mega Blastoise is kind of a little bit of a missed opportunity. Um, the set is pretty decently sized, 146 cards, so it's like relatively decently sized. All right, so I devised this little tier list here. Dude, these are really big icons. Anyways, X and Y base set is a pretty good starting set, I would say. We'll put it in the B tier. Let me make these little circles. Yeah, I mean that's fine. You can still kind of tell what they are, I guess, a little bit. It's pretty decent. I don't think it's really bad or anything. But it's kind of a smaller set in terms of like the EXs. I think they were just gonna try to like start figuring it out again. You got like a good amount of the set dedicated to trainers and energies. So like 115 through 139 is all trainers, so it's like 20 plus cards. Sun and Moon base set now. I think that they have all the starters as holos or like non-holos or whatever, featuring a lot of new Pokemon. You got the Alolan form, so you kind of got like the Gen 1 pandering without completely Gen 1 pandering. You got Espeon and Umbreon in the set, which is pretty cool. Um, Again, like you have like some throwback Pokemon from older generations, some new Pokemon, but this one is much wider, much vaster than X and Y is in terms of the secret rare cards. So you got a bunch of cool full arts. Lurantis is a Gen 6 Pokemon. Look at this. The only Gen 6 Pokemon in this spread is Yveltal and Xerneas. I didn't mean to say that Lurantis is Gen 6, Lurantis is Gen 7, but Gen 7 Pokemon here. You get Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 2. You have the new legendaries, and then you have Tauros, so that's Gen 1 Pokemon. You have Gumshoes, which is another new Pokemon. You got more like variety. You have Ilma, Lily, and Professor Kukui, and then Team Skull. So Professor Kukui and Team Skull are pretty pivotal parts of the Sun and Moon, I would say, in terms of like main like featured characters. And you have the gold cards, Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, Switch, and Rotom decks. I would say that those are pretty decent gold cards as well. You also have the gold psychic and gold metal energy, and then you have a bunch of rainbow cards. I would say Sun and Moon base set is honestly better than it's honestly better than X and Y base set, just because I like the Pokemon selection better. They have like a little bit wider variety. Um, yeah, I think it's just like a little bit more vast, and that's just product of the time, I would say. 163 compared to 146, so it's a little bit bigger of a set, but I think you're getting a little bit more quality for that. Sword and Shield base set though, this set is, yeah, I mean it's okay. No, in this video I'm specifically not talking about the regular arts for a lot of these Pokemon because I think the regular arts are all fantastic on their own. I can go through all of those for hours and hours, and I already do that in a lot of my other videos. Um, we're not here to look at that. We're just trying to make it just like see what makes a good base set. It has nothing to do with like the regular arts. So let's look at what Pokemon are featured here. So you got Delmise, Torkoal, Lapras, Morpeko. So this is the first Gen 8 Pokemon featured here, and we're on like three full arts in. Wobbuffet, Indeedee, Stonejourner. So that's three Gen 8 Pokemon. And then you have Cramorant, so four. Zacian and Zamazenta, 5 and 6. So I would say it's like about half, a little bit less than half maybe. Again, you're doing the thing with the professor and then the Team Yell grunt, kind of similar to Sun and Moon, how they did it. And then you have like the rivals, which is pretty cool. And then you have Gold Zacian, Gold Zamazenta, and a Quick Ball. I would say that the set is alright. It also has the Rainbow VMAXs, which is kind of cool. Nothing remarkable in this set, in my opinion. Just I think Sun and Moon base set has a little bit more like interesting flavor to it with like their rainbows. I think the rainbows look nicer. Having Umbreon and Espeon in the base set is also kind of a nice little change thing, I would say. So I would say that. uh, s- Cool. Okay. And I'm gonna put this in S tier. I don't need to explain myself on that one. I mean, I will, but I don't have to. So you get these Terra EX Pokemon. I mean, they were like, okay, so let's introduce a new gimmick. It's Terra Pokemon. So Terra Pokemon are a main part of the story, like the games. And they chose two good Gen 1 Pokemon. They chose Arcanine and Gyarados. So those are some relatively popular Pokemon. Some of these EXs have really nice illustrations, like the Magnezone EX. Um, and you have a lot of Gen 8 Pokemon. They're using the same thing with like the starters as like the regular hollows for this set. But you have art rares in the set, and art rares kind of trump anything else. Tarantula, that's a new Pokemon. Dolliv, that's a new Pokemon. Toadschool, that's a new Pokemon. Scovillain, that's a new Pokemon. Armarouge, that's a new Pokemon. You have the throwback with Slowpoke. You got a throwback with Clauncher. Clauncher's kind of old, doesn't get a lot of love. You got Wiglet, boom, another Gen 9 Pokemon. Boom, Dondozo, another Gen 9 Pokemon. You got Pachirisu, a little bit of a old Gen 4 throwback. You got Palma, boom, another new Gen 9 Pokemon. Drowsy by Tomokazu. It's a beautiful looking artwork. I really like it a lot. You have the Ralts evolution line. It tells a little bit of a story, and it's a Gen 3 Pokemon. I would say Gardevoir is pretty widely beloved. You got Fido, another new Pokemon. Greavard, another new Pokemon. Riolu, so you got like a little bit of, I was going to say Lucario love. You got Sandile, a little bit of Gen 5 love. You got a Cloth, another new Pokemon. And then you have Mastiff, another new Pokemon. A Bombardier. And I can keep going here. These are all new Pokemon. Kingambit, Starly, a little cute Gen 4 throwback. It's a cute looking card, like there's nothing wrong about it at all. Skwovet, and even like a Gen 8 throwback. We move on to the full arts. Boom, you got new Pokemon. You got the two Terras, and then you got Magnezone. Boom, new Pokemon. And then you got Gardevoir, Banette, who doesn't get a lot of love, and I think is a really cool Pokemon. Um, so in this set, I would say that the full arts are maybe not as strong as the Sun and Moon base set ones, but I don't know. There's something about this set that I actually quite appreciate, like the Toxicroak. I don't know. Toxicroak's not a Pokemon who usually receives a lot of love, so it's cool that he got a card in the set. But then you move on to the alt art. So we got Spidops by Miki Tanaka, who is a mainstay artist from like a long time ago, and it's really nice for them to prove themselves with a new Pokemon. You got a Miraidon, beautiful Miraidon by like a newer artist by Kantaro who worked on Crown Zenith, and yeah, that was their first card was in Crown Zenith. So this is really their start into the Pokemon TCG, and they just keep going and keep going. They have this really nice looking Gardevoir alternate artwork. We have a Great Tusk alternate artwork by Pani Kobayashi, who's a really good artist. We have the Koraidon alt art by Ryota Murayama, another pretty new artist, I would say. Um, Wait, actually, never mind. They got their start in Flashfire, so they started a long time ago. All the way back in the X and Y era. But they didn't really. Actually, no, they do have quite a lot of cards. Um, Sorry, I don't know why I said it was a new artist. I thought it was for a second. But that's a beautiful looking Koraidon card, and you have these really, really nice looking artworks of Iron Treads and Great Tusk, and then you also have these really beautiful trainer cards of like the mainstay trainers like Arvin and Jacques, and I mean Miriam's not really a mainstay, she's not really that important, but also Penny, you got Gold Koraidon and Gold Miraidon, and then you also have a Gold Nest Ball, just like in Sun and Moon base set. You have a Gold Rare Candy, which is pretty valuable, and then you have two energies. The set is pretty big. It's 258 cards, so it's not really fair to compare. But It kind of is. I'm just trying to tell you what makes a good base set. Any base set that gives love to Pokemon that deserve it is a good base set. And I think that Scarlet and Violet era has made me appreciate the artwork more than any other era of the sort like of the Pokemon history, I think, honestly. I just love like looking at these cards and looking at the artworks for hours just because they're so entertaining. Like even like a card like this, like you can see something spilling onto the floor. You have the two Pokemon butting heads, but you also have a Scovillain poster in the back. You have a Scovillain poster right here. You got a bunch of chilies. You got like I don't know. It's just all these cards have a certain vibe to them, and it's just like these artists do a fantastic job capturing and illustrating like what that Pokemon's daily life must be like. It's just it's really cool, and you get these really cool illustrations by really cool artists. And I think Scarlet and Violet is super strong in that regard. Art rares are just I mean, yeah, our rares are just kind of king, honestly. They're really, really cool. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and let me know. Have a good day. See ya.